Myriad aspects of the society we live in today uses technology, may it be personal or at work. In today's educational setup, this innovation exhibits massive roles in procuring quality learning amid limitations brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. As we adapt distance learning, the educational sector is continuously modifying learning materials to fill in the gaps brought by this crisis. Writing needs careful construction of grammar based from universally accepted standards. This can only be attained with proper guidance from more knowledgeable others and an effective acquisition of linguistic concepts. In this presentation, we will present you with several language learning material that can aid teachers in developing the students' writing skills. Guided by our chosen learning competency, which is to compose a series of journal entries, we decided to use the following resources for proper delivery of lesson modules. First is the PowerPoint video presentation. In most online settings, this material has been used to ensure teaching presence in the learning process. What is it? PPT videos are simply PowerPoint presentations accompanied by an audio or voice of the teacher. Other graphics are also attached with it. This is a good material to cater to students that learns best with visuals or those that are not comfortable with audio-based learning materials. Second is a material specialized to improve grammar correctness and sentence construction in writing. This is called Grammarman. Grammarman is an online website that contains several tips and facts in writing. It includes the do's and don'ts in writing composition, as well as alternatives that students can use whenever they are stuck on the writing. This material is where students of an asynchronous class can consult best on their queries that teachers can sometimes cannot address. Third and last material that will be used is the best one for journal writing. Grid Diary is a user-friendly application that allows the writer to record thoughts through writing anytime and anywhere. It is accessible with or without internet connection. Apart from this, it can also be shared with another party, which suits best for teachers and students. Provided with link, teachers can monitor the students' writing progress and note aspects that needs improvement. Students who also experience writer's block can ease their mind as the app provides guide sentences that can stimulate their thinking. The three previously mentioned materials has been modified by our group to create a new one that best suits the learning competency that we aims to attain by the end of the lesson proper. Come with us and witness a thrilling yet fantastic teaching experience using this. Here are some tips for effective utilization of the material. Instructional materials are essential tools in learning every subject in the school curriculum. They allow the students to interact with words, symbols, and ideas in ways that develop their abilities in reading, listening, solving, viewing, thinking, speaking, writing, using media and technology. Teaching as an important task of the teachers should enable them to improve students' learning by using various instructional materials in the classroom. According to SALE 2016, the use of instructional materials will aid effective teaching delivery in schools. The teacher's utilization will support in improving the students' learning in the classroom. As we gear in the new normal education, we are given the opportunity to become an innovator that would provide a new paradigm to the learners. Educators should innovate to teach online by tapping online tools and resources. In this situation, the effective utilization of materials matters in the learning of the students. Through the various applications and software available either online or offline, it will be a great help for both the teacher and the learners in the learning and teaching process. How can we effectively utilize the materials in the new normal education? In this particular momentum, I will present to you the tips for effective use of the materials, particularly PowerPoint presentation, grid diary, and Grammarman. Here are some tips for effective utilization of PowerPoint presentation. Allow the students to explore the features of PowerPoint presentation. Make the students give their feedback about the presentation. Organize the content of the presentation for easier consumption. Include meaningful learning objectives. Include assessments in every lesson presentation to assess the students' learning. Help learners apply knowledge through simulations. Add learning games in the presentation. Posting and uploading of presentation to the class before the class schedule. In this way, students are given the time to read the topics and discussion in advance. Adding narration to a PowerPoint file instead of a pure presentation that only consists of text and images. It is more engaging in a way that students can understand the lesson given by their teachers, which is supported by their teachers' discussion via narration. In this way, students will not only look and read what is in the presentation itself, but they will be able to listen on the discussion even without the presence of the teacher. Converting PowerPoint presentation into a video file or MP4 format. When it comes to delivering a lesson in the new mode of learning, video presentations offers variety of benefits both for teachers and students. By presenting the topic via PPT and converting the presentation into a video file can increase student engagement, offer flexibility, or students can pause, rewind, skip, and even repeat the presentation, facilitates remote learning opportunities, and it seeks to change the roles of the teachers from lecturers into facilitators. Lastly, uploading the video presentation for the lesson in Google Classroom, Google Drive, or in YouTube and direct the learners with a link for easy access and additional resource for the students and teachers. Here are some tips for effective utilization of e-journal or the grid diary. Provide the students with instructions or tutorials on how to utilize the app. Allow students to explore the app and listen to their feedback about the app. Provide the students with a topic and allow them to reflect on the given topic. Allow the students to customize their journal entries using the app or the grid diary. Allow students to share their reflections with the class by providing a time for sharing their realizations in class via Messenger chat. Now are tips for effective utilization of Grammarman. Provide students with the instructions or tutorial for using the Grammarman website. Allow students to explore the site in order to familiarize themselves with its features. Listen to the feedback and comments of the students about what they feel about using the website. Are they satisfied? Does the website provide the answer they needed? Guide and monitor the students whenever they utilize the website in checking their grammar and sentence constructions. The following are the modifications and considerations that we did in our instructional material for the utilization in the new normal and for us to meet the needs of our students. First, the use of PowerPoint presentation during discussion is no longer new. However, It is further enhanced in the new normal. From simple PPT presentation, we turned it into a video format wherein the students could still hear the discussion of the teacher. In this way, even though the students are at their respective homes, they could still feel the presence of their teacher as if they are having a direct instruction. The PPT presentation that is in a video or MP4 format is our main instructional material. Second, for the students to easily understand the content in our main instructional material, which is the PPT presentation in MP4 format, we made sure that the information included were concise and easy to comprehend by the students. We also added some graphics and animations for the aesthetic appeal of the material. Third, instead of asking the students to have an actual written output like they used to, an application called Grid Diary will be used. This is where the students will do their daily journal entry. Through this app, they can also submit their work to their teacher via Messenger and email. It is one of the supporting instructional materials that we will use. Fourth, in process of developing the writing skills, students must also observe the proper sentence construction and grammar rules. So, aside from the Grid Diary app, another supporting instructional material to be used is the website called Grammarman that will assist the students in terms of their grammar and sentence construction. And lastly, since some of the students are having some issues in terms of internet connectivity, we searched for an app that would be accessible to all our learners regardless of their locations. The Grid Diary app is our supporting instructional material that can be used by the students even in offline mode. They can also submit their work through this app even in free data mode, making this material efficient and packet-friendly. We come now to the lesson proper. Good day, everyone! Before we proceed to our discussion, I'd like to ask, have you ever written down your thoughts or recorded your day-to-day activity? Has anyone kept a diary or a journal? If yes, then that's good. You already have a background of today's discussion. If not, that's okay. Together, we will learn or relearn about journal. Before we proceed, I'd like to present the objectives of today's discussion. Objective number 1, define journal. Objective number 2, differentiate journal from diary. Objective number 3, know the different types of journal. And lastly, at the end of this lesson, you are expected to compose a series of journal entries. According to Solmero 2017, journal is any written log. It is a personal and intimate record of events and thoughts. For example, random thoughts, ideas, pictures, memories, or song lyrics. Journal writing could be traced way back 17th century or possibly earlier than that. It was then used for accounting and public records. Travelers also keep journals to record their expeditions and discoveries while on their quests. In the beginning of late 1700s, some writers began to publish their journals. In the 1980s, public schools used journals in English class, and with the emergence of technology, journals aren't just written. It became digital and more public as well. People record their daily activities by means of posting to different social media platforms such as digital diaries, blogging, Facebook, vlogging on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. A lot of you may be confused. Is there really a difference between diary and journal? The answer is yes. Wakefield stated that a diary is a type of journal. It is a daily summary of what has happened in your life and often it is only textual. Journal, on the other hand, is a medium for self-expression and self-improvement, while diaries do not usually serve this purpose. A journal includes quotes, artistic elements, bits and pieces of stories, scraps of paper, drawings, and other art projects. Hamstra 2002 presented 9 types of journal. First is learning journal. Second is diary. Third is dream book or log. Fourth, autobiographies, life stories, and memoir. Fifth, spiritual journals. Sixth, professional journals. Seventh, interactive reading log. Eighth, jury log. And lastly, electronic journaling. Let's define them one by one. In Learning Journal, you write down what you've learned and your realizations while learning. We've already differentiated diary from journal. Again, diary is a type of journal entries of daily experiences, insights, and problems. For example, I saw my crush today. He's wearing khaki shorts and a navy blue shirt. He even waved at me. Dream book or log is a journal that records dream or dream experience. There are people who interpret and believe that dreams have meanings. According to a poll conducted by Newsweek, a whopping 43% of Americans believe that dreams reveal unconscious desires and wishes. It says that when you dream of being chased, it means it is this time to face the things you've been running away from, the things that bother you. Autobiographies, life stories, and memoir present an account of someone's life. Not only do autobiographies, memoir, and life stories encourage self-reflection, they also can promote a sharing of experiences with others to examine similarities and differences between individual life histories. A spiritual journal is a recording of personal reactions to a spiritual or religious matters. It also helps improve self-understanding. Writing or keeping a journal has numbers of potential benefits in terms of our personal growth and development, intuition and self-expression, problem solving, stress reduction and health benefits, reflection or critical thinking, and overcoming writing blocks. In terms of personal growth and development, keeping a journal makes us reflective. It helps us be self-aware by writing down what we think and how we feel. In terms of intuition and self-expression, through journaling, we learn to trust our inner voice and interpret new thoughts or even dreams, which help in increasing our self-confidence. It also helps us in learning or discovering ourselves. In terms of problem solving, journal enhances our creativity and boosts our problem solving skills. In terms of stress reduction and health benefits, writing down your thoughts and how you feel is therapeutic, isn't it? Journal therapy originated in the 1960s with psychologist Dr. Era Progov's intensive journal method. Journal therapy and therapeutic journal writing have been used in treatment for a number of conditions, including post-traumatic stress, anxiety, depression, grief and loss, interpersonal relationships issues, communication skills issues, and more. In terms of reflection or critical thinking, overcoming writing blocks, journals help enhance our writing skills, so does in overcoming writing blocks. Writing block has something to do with not knowing what to write or how to start writing about a certain topic. Now, for your activity, you are going to compose journal entries with the help of Grid Diary. It is an application where you can write what you want to write. For example, how was your day? What makes your day good and memorable? Kind of things like that. You're just going to download the app in your mobile phone, computer, or laptop. No need to worry because this application is free. You can use it both online and offline. There is also a guide for a starter. You can even personalize the content of your diary and insert some memorable pictures in it. You can also make a checklist of the things you want to do and read some inspiring quotes. The icon of the app looks like this. In addition to that, I also recommend Grammarman. It is a material specialized to improve grammar correctness and sentence construction in writing. In order for me to monitor your entries, you are going to send it to me via Messenger or email every Friday for organized checking. Note that when sharing journal entries and grid diary using Messenger, you don't need to have load for data because, as I mentioned before, it is free. That would be all for our lesson for today. Thank you and stay safe, my dear students. Happy writing!